What's going on, guys? Here with Hardy Tech, and welcome to the Team Caterpie Pokemon Black 2 version Leggacy-Locke. Now, what in the world is a Leggacy-Locke? I'm sure you're thinking. This may be something that someone else has done before. I'm always afraid to Google these things because I don't want to come up with a genius idea and then turns out everyone's already done it. So let's hope that's not the case. But I think it's something I created. It's kind of like an Egglocke, but it's really a celebration of Team Caterpie. You see, this month marks 8 years since we started doing stuff with Pokemon here on this channel, and wow, yeah, we had a few years off, but 8 years of Pokemon is absolutely amazing. We've created so many memories, we've met so many Pokemon friends, I've met so many friends in the real world as well through Team Caterpie and through Pokemon here on the Hardy Tech Yo-Yo channel, that I feel like it is a perfect time to celebrate that legacy. So if you look down in the description, there will be a link to a Google Drive folder. It should be there throughout this entire series so that you can play along with me. This is a custom save file for Pokemon Black 2 version. It should work for Pokemon White 2 as well if you just rename the ROM, where when you go ahead and boot into the game, it'll be spring, potentially. You are going to be playing as me, Hardy. You should have 900 rare candies in your bag, and the box is filled with almost 7 full boxes worth of Pokemon, and every single one of those Pokemon is a Pokemon that we have used throughout the 12 Nuzlockes, 6 Egglocks, 1 Wedlocke, what am I forgetting? Two Pokemon themed Let's Plays, a Versus we did with Spizzles, the Scoreboard Hall of Fame. I've spent the past almost 2 months going through all of my past series, keeping track of all of the Pokemon I've used, all of their nicknames, what series they came from, and I've compiled it all into one game. And boy, it was a lot of work. We are doing Gen 5 because I've almost done nothing with Gen 6 on this content, on this channel before. Just because 3DS emulators are only just now becoming somewhat usable. And I mean, I guess I technically did stuff with Pokemon Sword, but this is only Gen 1 through Gen 5, obviously being Pokemon Black 2, because that's where 95% of the Pokemon I've used in my passive came from. It also only contains one of each Pokemon, so even though we've had several Cubones and several Dratini's, there's only one Dratini and one Cubone in the box. They're in a completely random order, so if you want to find out what your Pokemon you're about to hatch is going to be, you're going to have to hatch it. There's no cheat sheet to get your way around on what Pokemon is what, unfortunately, I guess, but I think it's a good surprise. And when we hatch something, we'll be going over and looking at all the different names it's had throughout the series, and we will pick one of those nicknames. So we're going to be playing through this run with all the all-star Pokemon we have featured on this channel over the past 8 years. And I decided to go with Black 2 as opposed to Blaze Black 2 because I want this to be more of a celebration than a challenge. And I mean, it's still going to be, you know, a challenge we can end up with. There's some pretty bad Pokemon in here, let me tell you. There's some challenging Pokemon in this box. But besides that, it's going to be very standard Nuzlocke, Egglocke rules. When I gen into Pokemon, they all only have level 1 movesets. I didn't want to get crazy with like breeding moves and egg moves because that would have taken forever for 217 Pokemon. It would have been a lot of work, so I apologize and I skipped out on that. But there are a few Pokemon in here who had some pretty cool level 1 movesets that are nice little Easter eggs. Like if you find Aerodactyl, he's a bit of a powerhouse already at just level 1, so no super special moves on any of the Pokemon besides things they get at level 1, and I think that's pretty much it. Now, there are a few Pokemon that I was not able to put in, including legendaries. I did only put Pokemon that could legally be hatched, but I put them at their highest hatchable state. So, like Mr. Mime, I did not put Mime Jr. I put Mr. Mime because you can breed Mr. Mime, and I tried to avoid baby Pokemon as much as possible, but unfortunately with the Gen 2 baby Pokemon, I didn't really have a choice, so there you go. I do just want to take a moment, though, to pay respects to the Pokemon that we cannot play as in this series, unfortunately, because they are either legendaries or not from this generation. So please bear with me for just one moment. Thank you, friends, for being a part of the legacy of Team Caterpie. Maybe someday you'll be able to be celebrated, but it's not going to be in this run. So go ahead and click the link down below to download the save file so you can start playing along. I'm not going to be able to provide you with a ROM, unfortunately. There's, legality issues with that. But the save file, there will be instructions to use it both on desktop with Desmume as well as on mobile with, not 100% sure what the emulator on mobile is called. I personally have never used it before. But you can play on your phone or on your computer, whichever is most convenient to you, as well as the document with all of the nicknames for all of the Pokemon in this, which you can reference. If you want to use my nicknames, feel free to come up with your own nicknames, of course. But this is a celebration. You should use my nicknames. And yeah, the first episode should be going up tomorrow, as we'll be getting our starter Pokemon and beginning our adventures here into Pokemon Black 2 Legacy-Locke. Thank you guys. See you soon.